Do you recall telling Detective Gaither about Rich Homie Kwan's father's barbershop being shot up?
I don't recall nothing I said to no investigators.
And
A detective.
he thought that someone by the name of Tay shot up his father's barbershop?
I told you I did it.
No.
Oh.
You told the detectives that Rich Homie Kwan thought that a person named Tay shot up his father's barbershop.
Well, I probably did. Ain't no telling.
But you were convinced that it wasn't Tay that shot up the barbershop.
What you mean?
You told Detective Gaither Dennis that you don't think it was Tay that shot up his father's barbershop.
So I told him he did it, or I told him he didn't do it. Which one is it?
You told him that Rich Homie Kwan thought that Tay did it.
Okay, so then I told the police?
Correct.
And then I told him that he didn't do it?
That you did not think he did it.
Objection, Your Honor. Are these questions?
Yes, they are.
Okay. That's the setup right there. Did y'all hear? Now you got to pay close attention. That's the setup. He said, Hilton came out of nowhere and said, did you tell investigators that Tay shot up Rich Homie Kwan's dad's barbershop? He says, I told them that. She was like, yes. He's like, well, I probably did say that. He said, did I tell him I did it? He's like, no, you said they thought that Tay did it. He's like, okay, yeah, I probably did say that. So now she just gave him something to remember, right? Remember, he said there's a million Tays. He said there's Tays all over the place, too many Tays on the west side to even keep track of. There's a bunch of people named Tay, right? So this happened at the 7 hour mark in today's proceeding, right? Now, the way liars work, right? They take seeds. There's little seeds and they plant seeds and they go, when they try to manipulate you, they go based on things you're already saying. The same exact thing he said with Gaither and all of them. They gave him a little bit and he took it and took it from there, right? So you see what Hilton just did. Oh, they said that and they brought up the barbershop. Oh, I said Tay did it. Okay, watch this. So then he's thinking about it. Now watch this cold move that Woody plays at 30 minutes later after that. Watch this. He pull a cold one on him. Hold on. Let me go to it. I'm looking at my timestamps here. It's there you go.
During this same January 28th interview, did you tell Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis that you actually owned a chopper, a gun, a chopper?
So it's no point in me trying to protect him no more because he did. But
this nigga's sick.
Huh?
No, he's look. He's so cold. He just planted. That's the seed. He just dropped that seed in there, right? People look at like he got emotional. That was like an emotional response, emotional answer. Look, I'm not gonna protect him no more because he dead. But, this is like textbook what kids do. It's textbook what kids do, but it's like advanced street nigga version of that, right? He took that seed that Hilton planted back at the 7 hour mark. He been thinking about it. Oh, I got one for him. Watch this. And this is exactly what now realize everything he said after this is a new story from the 5 stories he gave them back in 2015. He is giving them exactly what he did. He's telling them, he done told them 1,000 times, I lied. I make up a new story every single time. When they start getting on me, I'm going to put it on somebody else. And then he says this right here. Oh, I ain't going to protect him no more because he dead. But, and Hilton that just reshaped Hilton's whole world. Now he did fumble later on towards the end of the day, like right at the end. But this right here to me was brilliant because it's just Hilton just so like she went for it. And I'm just like, wow, he's cold-blooded. Let me go forward a little bit so you can see where he went. She really took the bait. So then after that, let's just play this. Let me see where you go with it.
You were making a comment about someone being deceased and passed away.
What you were saying?
Just go ahead and re-ask your question.
Yeah, my question was, in this same interview with Detective Gates and Detective Dennis, did you tell them that back in January 2015 that you, when they asked you what type of gun you had, and you told them that you had a chopper?
Can you say that again?
All right, so this dude is he's a master at this thing that we call lying. Let me go to my next timestamp at 37 hours and 35 minutes. Let's get here.
Now, I think I just heard you say that someone is dead and you don't need to protect them anymore. Who were you referencing?
Tay, threat.
Now, he was just very quiet about that, right? Just like a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago, he said, I don't need to protect him no more. He dead. He paused. He didn't want to say it, right? And he he hit him with the pause, right? I don't want to say it. I don't want to talk about it. Move on, please. It's emotional for me, right? So now when Hilton re-asked the question, you said you were talking about bringing up a dead person. Like, who were you protecting? Do you see how quick he answered that question? There was no hesitation. He perked up at the thought of, I got her. He sat up in his Tay, threat. He gave the nickname and a double nickname, Tay, threat. And she went for it. He's given a live action masterclass into how he's been able to avoid extremely long prison sentences after being accused of some of the things he's been accused of for the last 15 years. This is how, right here. Thirsty district attorneys, thirsty police officers, thirsty investigators, people that'll believe anything as long as it matches up with what they want to hear. Let's tap back in.
Okay. Is that the young man who passed away a few weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. What would you be protecting him from?
Hold on, we gotta look at the perk up. The perk up was crazy for to throw your dead homeboy in a case. The perk up was crazy. Watch this, y'all. Watch how you sit up in that seat when you
I
get
think
to
I just
Tay
heard
name.
you say that someone is dead and you don't need to protect them anymore. Who were you referencing?
Tay, threat.
That head went
Okay.
up so
Is
quick.
that the young man who passed away a few weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. What would you be protecting him from?
I don't want to talk about it.
And let me ask you this. Back in 2015,
Cool.
were you friends with Tay back in 2015?
Yes.
Okay.
That boy cooking.
And one, I'm sorry to hear about your loss. In 2015, was Tay shot at by IF gang members while he was sitting in his vehicle back in 2015?
How I supposed to know?
Do you recall talking to Detective Gates and Detective Dennis about him being shot at in his car?
Like, if I see it, I don't recall.
Okay.
Now hold on. I'm not trying to do anybody else's job. I'm not trying to help one side over the other. But you gotta understand, my homeboy just died like what 2-3 months ago, right? Not only am I throwing his name in this as pretty much the beginning, as this is who really did everything. Not only am I throwing him in this, when I answer the questions about it, I don't have any emotion in it. I don't really care. I'll answer any question about it. And I'm about to answer fluently and quickly and concise. I don't know. I don't know about that. They ain't had nothing to do with me. I don't know. I was protecting him. He was doing this. He was doing that. They was shooting at this. He said he wanted to go do this. For your homeboy that just died a couple months ago. A lot of people won't even speak in public about people that just passed away because of how close it is to them and how much they don't even want anybody else tarnishing their name, right? But with this situation here, he is showing once again, I will say anything to get out of anything. And it's going on right now. Like he just don't even, it doesn't matter to him.
And is his real name Trevante Turner? You're shaking your head. Is that a yes
Yes,
for the record?
yes.
Back in 2015, did Trevante Turner consider himself a part of YSL?
No.
Do you recall Detective Gaithan?
How thirsty is it? They ain't never heard that man be affiliated with YSL, and now they just asking, was he in a YSL? Why would you ask that? Y'all ain't even. This is how y'all know the movie Inception, where they plant a seed, they go into your mind, they plant an idea, then they come out of your mind, and then you think it was your idea. That's what Woody is doing to them, and they are in the blender. He planted that seed back in the 2015 interviews, and they are stuck so deep in that. They're in a rabbit hole, like a YSL rabbit hole. They cannot understand anything other than, no, YSL did this. They just can't see anything else. This man done confessed to this murder 30 times since we've been seeing him. We don't know how many times he's been telling the streets he did it. But since we've been watching this trial, Woody has said 30 different ways, it was me. And they're like, no, we're going to prosecute you if you tell the jury it was you. What?
Detective Dennis talking about the fact that he was shot up by If Gang in the midst of the beef between YSL and If Gang.
All right.
Peep the deep breath. The deep breath means, all right, I'm about to give it to you straight. Now, of course, he's lying. All right, I'm going to give it to you straight. You got to believe me now because I'm actually getting annoyed. So because I'm annoyed, I'm just going to tell you everything I said back then was a lie. What I'm about to tell you now is the facts. Here we go.
Threat had beef with Rich Homie Quan. I don't know what they beef was about, but Threat had beef with Rich Homie Quan, and he was on his ass. I'm sorry.
Who was on who's behind?
Threat was on Rich Homie.
Okay.
And yeah. Threat was on Rich Homie.
You could see the wheels turn. He trying to figure out like what to say. Like, yeah, he was on him. That was my right hand man, but I don't know what they was beefing about. Like, I don't know what happened. But Threat, he's trying to think of what to say next, and they not even picking up on it. They just go deeper and deeper. Killing him.
And Threat got into it with Nut now. That's it.
Master level manipulation of the prosecution. I mean, this is gold right here. You're not going to see any other case where a witness does this. You might have people like, remember when D'Angelo White was on the stand and he was kind of hostile because he didn't want to snitch. He didn't want to tell him anything. But he didn't do this. He didn't do this. Most people are scared to get on the stand and do what Woody is doing right now because they're scared the judge is going to lock him up or something. Woody don't care. He don't care if they lock him up. So he's doing what he feel like doing. And they gave him immunity. And he's still not confessing to anything. So they're stuck.
And at the time, was Rich Homie Quan claiming affiliation with If Gang?
Huh?
Let me ask this first. Are you talking about Rich Homie Quan and Threat? Was this back in 2015?
Back in 2015. What you mean?
What you were just telling me?
No, it was 2014. I think it was one of them years.
And at the time, was Rich Homie Quan claiming affiliation with If Gang?
I don't know what Rich Homie was claiming.
And you said that Threat got into it with Nut in them.
I don't know how it went, but I know that. Yeah, Threat like that.
Okay. Is that what started the beef between YSL and If Gang?
Threat wasn't YSL, like, you know what I mean? Like, people, YSL is not what y'all making it be. Like, I keep telling y'all that a person can wake up and say, Atlanta is a monkey see, monkey do city. Like, you see people doing something, you just do it. I mean, and people say, just because I know this person, oh yeah, I say, oh, I take a picture and say I'm YSL or whatever, but Threat was MDC. You know what I mean? There wasn't he wasn't no YSL or that shit.
Did he ever stop claiming MDC and claim YSL?
Nah, we don't switch up. That's just what it is.
And you said he claimed MDC. What's MDC?
I don't know.
Okay, but if you said he claimed it.
Okay, so y'all see where he just took this whole thing to, right? Now, keep this in mind. The state's original theory around this whole murder plot was that Birdman wanted Rich Homie Quan on Cash Money. So Birdman had Young Thug kill Nut to get Rich Homie Quan off TIG. Do y'all realize that was they have completely fell off of being able to prove that. But that was their original theory. That was their theory. They don't know any other theories. They're hoping that Kenneth Copeland will give them something. They don't have any other theories. That was the theory. Birdman wanted Rich Homie Quan, so they killed somebody that doesn't have Rich Homie Quan under contract. What is this? They playing with people's lives over fan fiction.
And do you recall telling the investigators that at the Cascade skating ring, you confronted Kel about them shooting at you all from the bushes?
What happened in Nut got nothing to do with YSL. This some shit.
Y'all hear that? What happened in Nut got nothing to do with YSL. He is throwing the state's case off. What happened in Nut got nothing to do with YSL. That's a super bomb right there. Keep listening.
Criminal language. This got everything to do with Threat. You know what I mean? I was trying to protect Threat from the get-go. You know what I mean? Threat, and they had some more stuff going on. Like,
was Threat at the gambling house when it got shot up by Kel?
Young, you said nothing I say can be used against me?
That's right.
That's the key. That's how he really was slam dunking these lies in front of the jury, saying, "Your Honor, you said nothing I said can be used against me." He is like, this is Inception right here. He is slam dunking this lie that he's telling in front of this jury, because I don't know if the jury is supposed to know the details of his immunity order, right? Didn't they explain all that stuff with the jury not in there? So he's not, I don't think they're supposed to know that, but he did that in front of the jury. He knows that, what he just asked the judge, he knows that it can't be used because they have said that 1,000 times, but because he's a master manipulator, he want to say this in front of the jury. Your Honor, you said nothing I said could be used against me? Boy, cold, man.
Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan dead at the barbershop on Bankhead. I don't know what happened with Threat and Rich Homie Quan, but I'm a ride with my brother. And they was beefing. And yeah, we put up and did that.
Okay. And as a result of, why did you and Threat shoot up Rich Homie Quan Daddy's barbershop?
Because I'm a ride with Threat.
Okay. Did Threat tell you why he was shooting
I
up
don't
the
ask no
barbershop?
questions. I just say let go.
And when Rich Homie Quan's barbershop was shot up, was that in September of 2014? Do you remember?
I don't know when. I know we went up there and shot it up.
Okay. Was it before
Now y'all see, sprinkle some truth in with the lie. He's knowing if I'm gonna go to jail, I'll go to jail for something like that because nobody got hit clearly because then he wouldn't have said it. He wouldn't have admitted to that. So sprinkle the truth in. Yeah, I did that. So we don't know if threat was really there or not, but we know he's putting threat in it. But we can all assume just based on his, like, you got to do, different people got different styles of lying. His style of lying, this is one of the ones that he probably is telling, this is the sprinkle of truth. I'm gonna give them something that they can verify this thing really happened, but nobody got hit, so I don't have to worry about it coming back on me. This is just shooting a firearm in public charge. It was so long ago that the statute of limitations take that out of here. So he sprinkled that on him. We don't really know if threat was in it, but we know that he's admitting to it. Yeah, we went and did that. We shot it up. Smart.
Or Nut was killed.
Yes.
Do you remember what happened the day that you and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop?
What you mean?
Like, do you remember that day? What led up to you going to the barbershop and shooting it up?
I told him they go do it.
What led up to you saying, let's go do it? Why?
Threat was mad. He just like, he fucking keep scaring my language. He was talking, playing like we somebody to play with. And I was ready. I had them choppers on deck.
Saying what they want to hear.
Why was Threat beefing with Rich Homie Quan to shoot up his daddy's shop?
Cause we didn't know where he was.
So did you go to the shop looking for Rich Homie Quan?
Nah, we went to send a message.
Sprinkle the truth. Sprinkle the truth in there. He killing him.
What time did you go and shoot up?
I ain't telling you that.
Sprinkle the truth.
Was it in the morning? Was it?
It was at night.
Y'all know there's like a music tag. You are watching a master at work. That's what we're seeing right now.
To your knowledge, did anyone send Threat to go shoot up Rich Homie Quan's daddy's shop to send a message?
No, he said what he said, and I told him let's go do it.
Okay. You said that you all went to go send a message. What message were you sending?
We ain't the ones to play with.
Did something happen between Rich Homie Quan and Threat prior to you all having to go send a message?
Yeah, but I don't know nothing about it.
So how do you know something happened if you don't know anything about it?
Because I can't say for facts if it's the truth.
Now, with that one, he clearly couldn't think of nothing that fast. Because if he could, he would have said it. He couldn't think of nothing that fast. So he said, I don't know what it is, but I don't know for sure. So I'm not going to tell you nothing because I don't know for sure. Because he understands the whole, they can object with the speculation objection, right? So I'm going to just say that so she can't ask me again. Because I already said I didn't really know, and I don't know what to be facts. But they keep playing with him like he's stupid, and this is what he's destroying their case. I mean, this is their fault. This is their star witness. This is their fault.
Now, did this shooting of Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop start the beef between If Gang and YSL?
The beef was never between If Gang and YSL.
The beef was never between If Gang and YSL. Miss Attorney Love, excuse me. This is your star witness that just said that. The beef was never between YSL and If Gang and YSL. I don't know if Miss Fonnie Willis, you signed an immunity order for this person because you said the public needed him to testify so y'all could take dangerous people off the streets. He just told the jury that YSL and If Gang never had a beef.
The beef was between me, Threat, and Shell Kell.
Miss Adrian Love, ma'am, your star witness just said the beef was between him, person with immunity, and Threat, a dead person, and Shell Kell. I don't know if they. This plane is crashing fast, man. The star witness just said the beef that this entire case is built on, that Detective Belknap came up there and said, hey, yeah, no, these people did this and this, and the bird and the snake and the eye and all of these expert gang witnesses that y'all had coming there. The star witness in the case just told y'all the beef was between immunity, deceased, person with immunity, and person that's deceased. That's what the star witness just told the jury. I just need us to keep this in perspective.
Rich Homie Quan, because they were Shell Kell was trying to rob Rich Homie Quan. The streets through YSL into what me and Threat had going on.